Set to go, first heat on the night for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsmen as they roll trackside. Hayden Howard on Hammond in the 21 goes from the pole. Outside is scheduled to be Kingston Sprague, the 29K. Row 2, it's the 11 of Genevieve Bartlett, the 401K of Joseph Fargo. Row number 3, last week's winner in the 90, that is Caleb Howard alongside of Steve Bushey in the number 8. And rounding it out, making his first start of the season in car number 70 from Akwesasne, that is Bryan Tarbell. 7 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats in the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Chief Director of Traffic Control tonight, Mike Leclerc, is going to look the field over out of turn number 4. Green lights are on, and away we go. And the mad dash is on into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Hayden Howard out in front of the field as he hit the back straightaway. Genevieve Bartlett back to the second spot, 4 wins this season. She's also been doing a lot of winning on the kart track this year, undefeated in junior non-restricted competition. As she brings it across the line in second, Kingston Sprague still there for third. Caleb Howard, Bryan Tarbell up into the top 5 for the first time as we complete lap number 1. But it's still Hayden Howard in command of the field as they work the back straightaway. Caution lights are on, yellow lights are on at lap number 1. And we got debris on the front straightaway, a little dark piece there on the front stretch. You can see it on our monitor up here. Order of heat races tonight. We got the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsmen on track right now. The Empire Super Sprints will be up after that for their 3 10-lap qualifying heat races. And then the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds for 8 laps. 2 heats there. 3 heats in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsmen, 8 laps apiece. And the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars, our title sponsor for the night. 6-lap heat event for them. Again, I want to thank everybody coming here to Can-Am tonight and those watching on Dirt Track Digest TV from wherever you may be. Again, if you can't make it to Can-Am on a Friday night and are at home and want to catch the racing action, you can do so each week right here on Dirt Track Digest TV. And if you can't join us on Dirt Track Digest TV or live here in person, be sure to make us one of your favorites on My Race Pass. Make us one of your favorites on My Race Pass. You can catch all the live timing and scoring. Except you won't be able to hear Victoria do the national anthems, won't be able to hear my voice, but you'll be able to see the timing and scoring, and that's all that you need to do. Hi Wyatt, how are you doing? Set for green. Hayden Howard, Genevieve Bartlett, Kingston Sprague. That's your top 3. Green lights are on and we're back underway. As they work it into 1 and 2, Howard right there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Bartlett right in his tire tracks as they hit the back straightaway. Kingston Sprague trying to hold off Caleb Howard for position number 3, and he will do so for now. Sprague back there third, Caleb Howard fourth. Bryan Tarbell looked pretty sporty early on here. Has moved up to the 5 spot as Caleb Howard looks for a third down the front straightaway at lap number 2. Caleb Howard goes to third. Sprague back to fourth with Tarbell fifth, and the 21 at Jackson Welling 401K. Joseph Fargo completes it. Everybody in single file formation, not wanting to get off that bottom side of the racetrack as Howard slips it wide up off the turn. Bartlett still right there with him as they come back to the line. 3 down, 3 to go in this opening heat for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsmen as they work it into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway goes the field as right now Hayden Howard, 2 heat wins. The last one came back on July the 11th. Good battle here for the number 4 position, I should say. Bryan Tarbell makes his way by Kingston Sprague. Now Jackson Welling looking to pick up a couple of spots. Welling, the Star Lake native, digs down low. Tarbell to his hip pocket, and Tarbell will keep the 4 spot for now. Jackson Welling battling back on that inside lane. This is about the best battle on track right now as the 21 of Hayden Howard brings it across the line. A white flag in the air. Got about a 4-car length advantage over the 11 of Genavieve Bartlett, with the 90 of Caleb Howard still third. Welling has taken the 4 spot away from Tarbell, who rides in 5th. Kingston Sprague and Joseph Fargo completed. Checkered flag is in the air this time by, and the win in heat race number 1 for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman will be Hayden Howard. Big win there, 3rd heat win of the season. Genevieve Bartlett, Caleb Howard, Jackson Welling, Bryan Tarbell, Kingston Sprague, and Joseph Fargo. So Hayden Howard collects heat win number 3 of 2025. Heat race number 2 ready to roll trackside next. Good folks, Sundance Leisure here with us tonight, and again, got to thank the good folks at Volunteer Transportation Center Incorporated. And it is going to be Jason Rarick on the pole in the number 4 out of Rodman, alongside of Mike Durham out of Gouverneur in the 6. Row 2, it's Steve Bushey in the number 8 out of Brushton, alongside of Brianna Murtaugh out of Fulton, New York in the 33B rather. 44, that's Mason Rogers out of Lafargeville, 2-time winner this season, with Cole Hanna from Elgin, Ontario in the 34. Matt Jordan out of Cambridge, New York, making his debut with us tonight in the 5MJ. 7 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the distance. Second of 2 heats in Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Coming up after this, we are going to have the first of 3 Empire Super Sprint heat races for 10 laps. Again, Empire Super Sprints making their second appearance of 3 this season here at Can-Am. 55th time the series has been here to the nasty track of the north. But right now we're trying to decide heat race number 2 for Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. It's Rarick and Durham on the front row. Leclerc looks them over. Off the turn, green lights are on, and we're underway. Durham, what he usually does, up on that outside lane, drives away in the early lap as they bring it up off the turn. Durham with a healthy lead right now, about 3 car lengths already over the 33 of Murtaugh. Rarick back there 3rd. Bushey trying the high lane through turn number 3 and 4. Steve Bushey right around the top side. The Brushton native goes to 3rd, bringing Mason Rogers right there with him to the 4th spot as they work in lap number 1 of 6. Speaking of the 6, Mike Durham has the lead as they head down the back straightaway in single file formation. Durham, a lot of wins here in Thundercar competition, would love to get that first win in Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. He has yet to win this season, but has run very strong all year, and running strong is Brianna Murtaugh. She's taking a peek down to that inside lane as we complete lap number 2. Murtaugh right there on those inside, in that inside lane, right against those implement tires down there, where all the grip is on this racetrack, is everybody is stuck right to that bottom lane. Durham trying to keep the car down there. Car looks a little bit loose on entry and loose off the turn, as well as Murtaugh trying to keep pace with them down the front straightaways. We work on lap number 3. 3 down, 3 more to go. Battle is on for the lead. Brianna Murtaugh down low. Mike Durham up on that outside lane. They'll drag race down the back straightaway, as behind them, Mason Rogers up to 3rd, Steve Bushey 4th, and Jason Rarick, your top 5. But right now the battle is on for the number 1 position. Mike Durham has had it all race long, but Brianna Murtaugh's been putting the pressure on with 2 to go. 2 more remain, and Brianna Murtaugh sees daylight, tries to get by, and will do so. Brianna Murtaugh to the lead down the back straightaway. Murtaugh looking for her 4th heat win of the season. Mike Durham trying to get another one as well. He's looking for his 2nd up off the turn. White flag in the air for Brianna Murtaugh. Mike Durham up to the 2 spot. Mason Rogers right now closing in on Durham for that runner-up position as they work through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Murtaugh pulling away down into turn number 3 and 4. Great move on lap number 4 to get the lead, and Brianna Murtaugh will cruise home for the win. 3rd heat win of the season. Mike Durham 2nd, Mason Rogers 3rd. Steve Bushey will come home in the 4 spot. 5th in his first trip here to Can-Am. Matt Jordan in the 5 will cross in 5th. Jason Rarick, and Cole Hanna has looped it around over there in turn number 4.
Give that just some time. That's it for them.
First of 3 heats. The Empire Super Sprints, 10 laps is going to be the distance. Top 4 will redraw. 5th and 6th will go to the dash a little later on. And those of you who are interested in getting in on the Power Wheel races later on tonight, be sure to sign up at the go-kart track. And leading the way out in car number 01, making his way out here on the pole will be the 01. That is Danny Varin. Danny Varin in car number 01. Alongside of him will go car number 38. That is Zach Sobotka, the Sterling Lubricants Maxima Oil Alt Logging 87 Speed Ride. Next row inside, car number 24, that's Jeremy Lafleur. Good to see Jeremy with us here tonight in the Transport Benoit Lafleur ride. Alongside of him, car number 13, and the LA Knapp Construction, Porter Johnstown Group, Burnett, Dirt Outlaw Apparel, Soup Chef number 13, that's Evan Reynolds. Also making the trip all the way from Picton, Ontario, Canada, in the Terry's Taxi and Elbrook Excavating Incorporated ride, the number 84, that's Tyler Rand. Alongside of him in car number 28, that is the man they call No Panic, Davie Franek, and the Dave Franek Automotive Rapid Tire Atlantic Battery Machine. And completing your field in car number 33, the Witz Auto, Carl Dufresne's store, Crisafoli Fabricating number 33 from Orwell, Vermont, that is Lacey Hanson. In car number 93, regular here with the Can-Am in the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Car Division, that is the 93, the Mechanic Plus Robertson ride, that is Guy Gosselin. Got to get Francis White behind the wheel of a sprint car one day. What do you think? Francis is shaking his head. Yes, Teresa's going, not a chance. Oh, she will. Oh, she will. Yeah. Good to see you guys here tonight as well. Zach Sobotka, used to seeing him in a dirt car sportsman machine here, but switched his attentions recently to sprint car racing. Is running very strong with the 305 sprint car division in 2025. Makes some infrequent starts with the Empire Super Sprints. 4th start of the year with this series. More drivers getting pushed away. It seems like everybody is all pushed off and ready to go. Heat race number 2 is waiting in the staging area, ready to go. There's Zach Sobotka. We just talked about him in the number 38. Danny Varin in car number 01. Danny is always strong when he comes here to Can-Am. 2 wins in 2025 in the Empire Super Sprints. Got one at the Wheat Sports Speedway on July the 6th, and then again at Fonda on July 19th. Davie Franek, he is a title contender this season once again in the number 28F, the Wantage, New Jersey native. 2 wins this year at Freedom and Outlaw. Lacey Hanson making her 7th start this season for the number 33. Also out there, Guy Gosselin, a regular with us in the number 93 in crate sprint car competition here. Did start the show at the Cornwall Motor Speedway on June 22nd, finishing 18th. Jeremy Lafleur with us as well, a crate sprint car driver, making a couple of runs here recently with the Empire Super Sprints. Then the Slink Claudille de Horton, Quebec native. 12th place was his best finish of these 2 starts on the year, finishing 12th at Brockville back on June the 21st. We are set and ready to go. 10 laps is the distance. Top 4 go to the redraw. 5th and 6th will go to the dash a little later on. Empire Super Sprint pace truck heads to some safer grounds in the infield off of, or right before turn number 3. Set to go green for 10 laps. Tyler Rand and Zach Sobotka in the front row. Mike Leclerc looks them over. The white chalk line is where they will fire from off of turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. It is going to be Zach Sobotka, or excuse me, the 28 of Davie Franek. Jumps around the top side. He'll grab the lead. Tyler Rand is second. Danny Varin up to the 3 spot. Sobotka working his way on the outside. He lost a couple of spots in that initial start, but Davie Franek showing no signs of letting up. He's got the lead as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Franek currently 4th in the championship standings coming into tonight's racing program and is checking out on the field already. Man who has 2 wins on the year, leads the way across the line. Again, top 4 go to the redraw, and Zach Sobotka and Danny Varin have those final 2 spots. Varin looking for any kind of bite, and he is way low on the racetrack when he comes down the front straightaway as they work it through turn number 2 and down the backstretch, but Davie Franek well in control of the field. On 10 car lengths over the 84, Tyler Rand, who's looking pretty strong out of Picton, Ontario, Canada. Varin still 3rd, followed by Zach Sobotka, Lacey Hanson, Jeremy Lafleur, and Guy Gosselin completed. As Franek well out front. Danny Varin with a problem in the 0-1 on the outside of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway, moving very slowly over there. We'll keep our eye on him. Could be a problem with the front end of that ride as he did clip one of the implement tires over there, and you can see him shaking the wheel back and forth to see what was wrong with the steering, and the yellow lights are on with 4 laps complete of 10. Varin heading straight to pit road. And the St. Lawrence Radiology, Charlie Tibbetts, Cobleskill Collision, Mags R Us, B&B Property Service, Pearson's number 01. Again, top 4 will go to the redraw. 5th and 6th place finishers will go to tonight's dash, which will be 4 laps in distance. And Varin is at a standstill over there, so it is going to be a lengthy evening for Danny Varin here tonight as we'll be set to go green. White flag is displayed. We'll go back racing in just a moment. Again, want to thank the good folks at Sundance Leisure, and those of you young race fans who are getting involved with the Power Wheels race, be ready to go at the kart track after the conclusion of the Thunder Car Heat race. Feature winners so far this season: Jordan Poirier has 4, Brighton, Brockville, Cornwall, and Albany, Saratoga. Dylan Smirnick with 3 right here at Can-Am, Brewerton, and Fulton. Davie Franek at Freedom and Outlaw, Danny Varin at Weed Sport and Fonda, Chuck Hebing at Woodhall, Jason Barney at Brewerton, Nick Sheridan won the season opener at the Ohsweken Speedway. Ready to go green, 4 down, 10 laps the distance, 6 more to go. The white chalk line through turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. Franek, no problem. That's why they call him No Panic as he drives away from the field. Sobotka jumps to second around the 84. Tyler Rand down the back straightaway. Lacey Hanson, Guy Gosselin battling for that final draw position as they go to turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. Lap number 5 goes up on the board. 5 down, 5 more to go. It's all Davie Franek right now. The Wantage, New Jersey native working it down the back straightaway. Sobotka up to second. Rand still 3rd. Lacey Hanson still holding on to that final draw position with Gosselin and Lafleur completing the field. Franek has moved his car up on the outside lane, trying to find a little different look on the racetrack as they click off lap number 6 with 4 laps left to go. It is still Franek well in command of it as they hit the backstretch. Nearly a straightaway back to Zach Sobotka, who's all by himself in spot number 2. Then Tyler Rand, Lacey Hanson, Jeremy Lafleur, and Guy Gosselin, the top 6. In the meantime, Franek setting a torrid pace here tonight with 3 laps left to go. Franek well in front, 2.96 is the Wantage, New Jersey native as he sets it up on the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to bring it upstairs off the corner and down to the line. 2 to go for Franek. Sobotka content to keep his car right on the bottom side of the racetrack to try to find some bite. Tyler Rand also up on the outside lane. Hanson through the middle along with Jeremy Lafleur and Guy Gosselin as they cross the line. White flag in the air for Davie Franek. Franek. Dominant performance so far in heat race number 1 of 3 tonight. Zach Sobotka still back there, position number 2. Checkered flag is in the air. And the win, dominant performance for the Montage, New Jersey native Davie Franek puts it in victory lane. Second will go to Zach Sobotka. Third will go to Tyler Rand. He is in the draw. And Lacey Hanson will also cross in position number 4. She's in the draw as well. Jeremy Lafleur, Guy Gosselin will go to the dash. So into the draw, as we mentioned, Davie Franek, Zach Sobotka, Tyler Rand, Lacey Hanson, Jeremy Lafleur, Guy Gosselin will go to the dash later on. As heat race number 2, we'll be rolling trackside, give you the names of the drivers that are out here on the racetrack right now. Driver who is very familiar with this speedway in the DeBeer refinish, Martin Sonora Tech Base, 1821 Hemi. Number 17, that is Sammy Reeks the 4th, alongside of him, pulling up alongside the number 41. We've seen him before here in Thunder Cars and Dirt Car Sportsman competition. That is the Roof to Rails, East Road Custom Concrete, Otter Creek Winery, Eddie's Meat Market, WPC, Dalton Rombough Seal Coating and Contracting, Channel Seed, Henry Construction, FX Cabrera Honda, number 41 of Dalton Rombough. And just behind them, in car number 21 out of Victoriaville, Quebec, the Yamavex Transport Benoit Lafleur, number 21. That's Alex Therrien. As these drivers getting pushed away, just in front of them, in car number 98, the Fabside Industries J&Z Snowdrifters Schoenfeld, FK Rod Ends Ride, that's Joe Trenca. In car number 53, he's been here on a number of occasions. The Monroe Mechanical Services, Burst Automotive, Petrie Painting, Fellows Trucking, Lynn Gas and Equipment, RJ Lushinger Landscaping Company Ride. That is Sean Donath. Sean Donath at the 53. And completing this field, he is a multi-time winner here at the Am Speedway with the Empire Super Sprints. In the Reifenberg Construction Corporation Safety Collective Mountaintop Septic, number 90. That is Matt Tanner. Matt Tanner in card number 90. Second of 3 heats for the Empire Super Sprints, on track and ready to go. Heat race number 3 is in the staging area, ready to go tonight. For the good folks at Sundance Leisure on hand with us this evening. Those of you watching live on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you could join us from wherever you may be. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Timmy Baltz up top side, bringing you all the racing action from here each week at Can-Am every Friday night. So it'll be Dalton Rombough in the 41, 21 Alex Therrien on that front row. Row 2, Sean Donath 53, 36 Logan Christofoli. Row number 3, Sammy Reeks the 4th, 17, 98 Joe Trenca, and Matt Tanner in the 90 will complete it. Ten laps is the distance. 4 to the draw, 2 to the dash, 5th and 6th place. Empire Super Sprint Pace Truck will peel off the speedway in turn number 3. Dalton Rombough, Alex Therrien will lead them to green. All starts will be at that white chalk line coming off of turn number 4. And we are ready. Green lights are on and we're off and running. As they work it into 1 and 2, it is going to be Dalton Rombough picking up the lead as we watch from the back of the field. Joe Trenca making up some big time spots here, moving all the way to 4th right now. That's a draw position as they work it up off of turn number 3 and 4. Dalton Rombough in control. Alex Therrien in a battle now with Sean Donath for the 2 spot. Donath on that extreme inside lane right up against those implement tires. Alex Therrien content to run right through the mid portion of the racetrack as they hit the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 2 will go up on the leaderboard, and Dalton Rombough setting a torrid pace in the early going. Battle is on still for the runner-up spot. Therrien has it. Donath wants to take it away in a corner number 1 and 2. Trenca back there for it. That's a drop position. The final one as Matt Tanner has moved to the 5 spot. Logan Crisafulli still back there, position number 6, with St. Maurice the 4th completing the field in 7th. Down to the line this time by Rombough, extending that lead by about 8 car lengths. Donath still in the battle with the 21 of Therrien as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Therrien roll in the middle of the racetrack. Donath down in an extreme inside lane. Donath will prevail down the back straightaway. Therrien will try to get back up alongside of him as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Therrien's got a really good car up on the outside lane. Tries to pull up to the back bumper of the 53 of Donath as we come down to complete lap number 4. 4 down, 6 more to go, and 10 laps is the distance. Dalton Rombough looking to put it away early here, but Sean Donath has finally cleared the 21 of Alex Therrien. Now he'll go after the leader as they bring it down to the line. 5 down, 5 to go for Rombough. Donath still second. Battle is on for third. Trenca moving in on the 21 of Alex Therrien for position number 3. Therrien washes up the racetrack just a little bit. Trenca trying to follow right in his tire tracks down the back straightaway. Matt Tanner still 5th. Logan Crisafulli has that final dash position as St. Maurice the 4th looking to move up one more. 6 down, 4 to go. Still Dalton Rombough with the advantage over Donath as they go to 1 and 2 and down the back stretch. Watching the battle for third between Alex Therrien, the 21, and the 98 of Joe Trenca. They've been at it for the last couple of laps or so. Therrien holds a spot for the moment. The battle for the lead starting to get closer around here. Rombough has had it all race long. With 7 down and 3 to go, Sean Donath wants to move in and take that top spot away. As they go down the back straightaway, Donath right there with Rombough as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Donath gets a really good entry that time. Closes in on Rombough as they work it across the line for lap number 8. We got 2 to go. Rombough running strong in the number 1 spot is actually able to pull away from Donath here by a couple more car lengths. So now the gap is up to about 5 car lengths as they hit turn number 3 and 4. White flag is in the air for Dalton Rombough. Sean Donath still second. Joe Trenca, Alex Therrien, the final draw position right now as they work it up into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway for the final time. Dalton Rombough, there you see the gap, about 5 car lengths over Sean Donath. Checkered flag is in the air, and that is how they are going to finish. Dalton Rombough leads every lap, gets the victory. Second will be Sean Donath. Third will be Joe Trenca. 4th to Alex Therrien. Matt Tanner will cross in 5th. Logan Crisafulli will pick up position number 6. So, again, into the redraw, Dalton Rombough, Sean Donath, Joe Trenca, Alex Therrien, Matt Tanner, Logan Crisafulli to the dash later on as we're set to bring out heat race number 3 for the Empire Super Sprints. So far in the dash, Davie Franek, Dalton Rombough, Zach Sobotka, Sean Donath, Tyler Rand, Joe Trenca, Lacey Hanson, and Alex Therrien. The draw cars looking to take 4 more. As they roll out, we'll give you the names of the drivers who are on track right now. We've seen this driver here many times. Car number 87, the EMB Energy Pit Stop Convenience Stores, Patriot Tank Lines 87 Speed X1 Race Cars ride. That's Jason Barney. Also lining up in car number 28, he's out of St. Mathieu-de-Belleuil, Quebec. That is Jordan Poirier. Jordan Poirier in the Coffridge Cat Saisons Industries PM, GSR Chassis, MS M3S Racewear, Epic Racewear, Pompage Mega, Benton Pro Vision, A+ Race Company, Remy, Profontaine Excavation Incorporated, Brian. Beside him, in car number 28 out of Palermo, New York, he's a regular with us here on Friday nights in our Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint cars, and Tucker Donath in the Z28. Also beside him, a former Dirt Car Sportsman driver in the lap performance number 93, that's Brian Cloutier. Come to town in the Logan's Equipment Incorporated, Powers Contracting, Berkeley's Tree Service, Precision Seal Coating, and SunTrick Renewable Electricity ride. That is Paulie Giovanni. And in car number 7C, he was a winner the last time the Empire Super Sprints were here. And the Comparing Insurance Agency, CCI Companies, Westford Painting Company, Emmy Garlock Machine, that is Dylan Swarnick. The Lakeshore Auto Mall, heading away Auto Parts number 13T, that's Trevor Years heading up into turn number 3. And that is your field for heat race number 3 of 3 for the Empire Super Sprints. Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds are up next for their first of 2 heat races, and then the Bob Johnson Auto Group first of 3 heat events for them, 8 laps in distance for both divisions. And then the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars to conclude the heat racing program tonight. 6 laps, 1 heat race for them. Then we'll move into the Dash for Cash a little later on. Redraw will be taking place down in the pit area. The Empire Super Sprints. Again, those of you young race fans who are involved with the Power Wheels race, be sure you are ready at the end of the Thunder Car heat. Be ready at the go-kart track behind the main grandstands as you're going racing here at Can-Am. White flag has been displayed. We're going to go green next time by. Empire Super Sprint Pace Truck has 2 of the best right behind them, with Jordan Poirier, 2-time defending series champion, Jason Barney alongside the 87. Row 2 is Dylan Swarnick in the 7. 3, Paulicola Giovanni. Row number 4 is going to be Tucker Don with the Z28. 13 of Trevor Years. 93, Brian Kluche will complete it. Empire Super Sprint Pace Truck will peel off the speedway just before turn number 3 and 4. Chief Director of Traffic Control Mike Leclerc looks the field over at the white chalk line in turn number 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. As they work it into turn number 1 and 2, Jordan Poirier with the advantage up off the corner. Dylan Swarnick trying to take second away from Barney and does just that. Paulicola Giovanni has jumped it into a redraw position, but he wants to go up and try to win this heat race. He went from 4th to 3rd, trying to get second. Can't quite get there though, as they complete lap number 1. It is Poirier in control. But I'm talking about Paulicola Giovanni, something on that extreme outside lane he has found. He is driving away down the back straightaway, trying to get after Swarnick for the 2 spot. As they work it into turn number 3 and 4, Poirier still well in command of it. 4-car length advantage over Swarnick. 3 of Cola Giovanni still there for 3rd, followed by Jason Barney in the 4th spot. Problems for Trevor Years in the 13, brings it to a crawling pace on the front straightaway. Trevor Years, Lakeshore Automar Honeyway Auto Parts ride. Brings it to a crawling pace down here on the front stretch. Yellow lights are on with 2 laps complete. So Trevor Years will get pushed away in the number 13. Trevor Years, 1 start. That came last week at the Woodhall Raceway. Came home with a top 10 run, finishing 7th out of Honeyway, New York. Jordan Poirier, the race leader. Been very consistent all season long. Has not been out of the top 10 all year. Matter of fact, his worst finish of the season was a 7th place finish at Freedom. Since Brockville, when he won on June 21st, all the way to Woodhall last week, he has been in the top 5 every single event. That's what wins championships, and right now he's trying to secure a 3rd title, but he's trying to secure this heat race as the green lights are back on. Poirier again to that inside lane. Dylan Swarnick, he took a peek up to that outside lane where Paulicola Giovanni was at, and right now Poirier still has the advantage on the bottom as we watch the battle for 3rd between Paulicola Giovanni and Jason Barney, but it's Jordan Poirier, the race leader. 3 down, 7 more to go. Dylan Swernick still there for the 2 spot. As you see the gap of about 7 car lengths already. That's how fast Jordan Poirier is right now. That 28 ride looking pretty good as he works the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. And back down to the line. Dylan Swernick still there for 2nd. Cole Giovanni still 3rd. Jason Barney to 4th. Tucker Donath and Brian Cloutier will complete it. As they work in lap number 4 coming around, we'll see lap number 5 and we'll be halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go this time by Jordan Poirier. St. Mathieu de Bellay, Quebec brings it off the turn. Healthy advantage over Swernick. Battle still on for 3rd. Again, top 4 will go to that ever important redraw. Jason Barney taking a look at Paulie Colagiovanni on the inside lane, and Colagiovanni had no part of that. Drives away by 2 car lengths into turn number 3 and 4. Down to the line, 6 down, 4 to go for Poirier. Setting again another torrid pace out there as they working into turn number 1 and 2. Poirier with the advantage. That's up to about 8 or 9 car lengths down the back straightaway as we continue to watch the battle between Paulie Colagiovanni and the 87 of Jason Barney for position number 3 and 4. Tucker Donath, Brian Cloutier complete the field. 7 down, 3 to go for Jordan Poirier. Gap still about 8 car lengths as they hit the back straightaway. There's Poirier right there heading up into turn number 3 and 4. Again, 3 wins on the season, I should say, for Poirier as they bring it across the line. 2 to go. I stand corrected on the win total for Poirier. It is 4. Brighton on May the 31st, Rockville and Cornwall June 21st and 22nd. Albany Saratoga Speedway July 18th. Right now trying to add another Can-Am win to his credit. White flag in the air for Jordan Poirier. Swernick still 2nd, then a straightaway back to Paulie Colagiovanni and Jason Barney as they continue their battle for 3rd and 4th. Checkered flag will be waving this time by, and your winner of heat race number 3 is going to be Jordan Poirier. He'll get the victory. 2nd will go to Dylan Swernick. Paulie Colagiovanni will cross in 4th. Jason Barney 5th. Tucker Donath will cross in spot number 5 along with Brian Cloutier completing the rest of your field. So that will do it. Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 350 Modified is ready to go trackside now for the first of 2 heat races, 8 laps in distance. And it will be Adam Roberts up on the pole in the 63 along with Derek Webb, the 66. Row number 2 is going to find Sean Shaw in the 7S alongside in the 19, Tim Fuller. Row number 3, Franklin Mackin in the 349, Billy Dunn and Jared Herbison in car number 38J. 8 laps the distance, green lights are on and we're underway. Everybody fighting for that inside lane. Sean Shaw has the better look down low. He'll grab the lead. Derek Webb right there with him on the outside lane in 2nd. Tim Fuller jumps to 3rd. Adam Roberts into the 4 spot. Billy Dunn right there with him as he battles with Franklin Mackin for the 5 spot. Jared Herbison completes it as a complete lap number 1. 1 lap complete. Sean Shaw in command of it as they work it down the back straightaway. Derek Webb now in a battle with Tim Fuller for that runner-up spot as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Fuller struggled on Wednesday night with his big blocks, got this 358 going pretty good up on the outside lane, and Fuller will clear Derek Webb down in front. So move Fuller to 2nd. Billy Dunn going to work on Derek Webb for the 3 spot, and Dunn will take that spot away. Clips the infield tire, gets on by anyway. As they hit the back straightaway now, he'll chase down Tim Fuller for the runner-up spot, but they're all chasing Sean Shaw. Philadelphia, New York native with the advantage about 6 car lengths over Tim Fuller. Dunn still 3rd. Derek Webb, Franklin Mackin, Jared Herbison, and Adam Roberts is the running order. as everybody's searching for grip on this speedway. It is super slick out there, but Sean Shaw has found some grip someplace out there because he has checked out on this field. A competitive field tonight for sure. Tim Fuller, Billy Dunn, they're right there with one another in second and third as they cross the line at lap number 4. 4 down, 4 to go. Sean Shaw looking to put it in the record books as a heat winner here tonight, but Fuller and Dunn, they're still trying to run down the race leader, and no such luck so far. Derek Webb still there in 4th. Jared Herberson has cracked the top 5 for the first time tonight as Franklin Mackin and Adam Roberts completed. 5 down, 3 to go for Shaw. Sean Shaw this season, 2 heat wins on the year, June 6th and July the 13th. The last time he won a feature here at Can-Am in 2025, as he brings it down across the line with 2 to go. Fuller still second, battling with Dunn for that runner-up position. Dunn taking a peek down low. Fuller's got a little bit more momentum on the outside lane. He'll clear Billy Dunn down the back straightaway as they continue their battle for second and third. Derek Webb, Jared Herberson, Franklin Mackin, and Adam Roberts complete the field. White flag in the air for Sean Shaw. Battle on for second once again. Here comes Dunn to the inside lane. He can't quite get by Fuller that time. Fuller will stick with that middle lane. Dunn right there to the inside. Clips one of those infield tires again. And Billy Dunn, that must be the secret. Clip the infield tire past the car, because Billy Dunn has done that all race long, and he takes the 2 spot away from Fuller. Checkered in the air. Sean Shaw will grab the win. Battle on for second at the line. Dunn will get the spot over Fuller. Derek Webb, Jared Herberson, Franklin Mackin, and Adam Roberts. Great opening heat race there, and Sean Shaw dominant in heat race number 1 of 2 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, heat race number 2. Railroad trackside right now. For the good folks at Sundance Leisure, again, reminder, those getting into the Power Wheels race, be sure you're at the go-kart track after the Sundance Leisure Thunder Car heat race. As it will be Andy Howard in the 21 on the pole, along with Lance Willicks the 31, row 2 Ryan Bartlett in the 39, ETW Scott Webb, row 3 Preston Forbes 45, 39A of Alan Therrien. Jordan Kelly, his first start of the season in car number 24. Set for green. 8 laps is the distance. First of 3 heats of Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman waiting in the wings as we're ready to go. Leclerc looks him over, and we are green. And right now, Lance Willicks talked to him about how this racetrack's going to be tonight. He was thinking that it was going to slick off with the Empire Super Sprints here in town, and he predicted correct, as he has got the lead and driving away on one of his favorite type of racetracks. Andy Howard now to second. Scott Webb battling with Ryan Bartlett for the number 3 position, as Bartlett trying to get up to the back bumper of Webb, but Scott Webb's going to take away second from Andy Howard in the meantime as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Webb to second, Howard still third. He's trying to fight back on the outside lane. Ryan Bartlett there for 4th. Battle on for the 5 spot. Preston Forbes has an Alan Therrien trying to take it away, with Jordan Kelly completing the field in position number 6, or number 7 rather, as they hit the backstretch. But Lance Willicks, recent New York native, well in command of it as we watch the battle between Scott Webb and the 39 of Ryan Bartlett as they go at it for second and third. Behind them, Preston Forbes and Andy Howard dice it up for 4th and 5th with Therrien and Kelly completing it. 3 down, 5 more to go. Ryan Bartlett will take over position number 2. Scott Webb got a little wide in corner number 2. Allowed the 39 of Bartlett to get by as Preston Forbes moving in to try to take a spot. Forbes on the inside lane, right in Scott Webb's tire tracks as they're all fighting for grip. And Scott Webb looks like he may have a problem on the left rear. He may have a flat left rear tire, and indeed he does. Scott Webb, a flat left rear tire on the 18, and I'm pretty sure he knows it. He's just trying to finish this one out if he can, but it's going to be a long 4 laps if he plans to finish this race out, as Alan Therrien trying to move by. In the meantime, all 4 tires are up on the 31 of Lance Willicks as he is checked out by a straightaway over Ryan Bartlett right now. Forbes made a big move to jump into position number 3. He started back at 5th. Andy Howard in position number 4 with Alex Therrien taking the 5 spot away from Scott Webb, and it looks like Scott Webb's had enough. He's going to head directly to pit road. 2 to go for Lance Willix. The man on a 3 senior heat wins in 2025. 2 of those wins have come here at the Am Speedway. He'd like to add another one here tonight. Down to the line, white flag in the air for Lance Willix. As you see how easy he has to be on the gas through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Final time down the back stretch for Lance Willix, the defending Glen Ridge track champion, the defending Hoosier Racing Tire Weekly Series champion. Brings it to the line, puts a couple tires in the infield to get some grip, takes the win in dominant form. Bryan Bartlett crosses in 2nd, Preston Forbes in 3rd, Andy Howard, Alex Therrien, and Jordan Kelly. So that will do it. So heat race number 1 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman ready to roll trackside right now. I'll give you the starting lineup in just a moment. And it's going to be Gage Howard on the pole, the 21, along with the 92, Frank Sibley. Row 2, Trevor Gibbons, 621, 34 of Eric Nyer. Row 3, 18, Gavin Isley, 5R, Stevie Roberts. Final row, Jack Meeks in the 1, alongside of him, the 37 of Marco McCarthy. Green light set to come back on here in just a moment as we work down the back straightaway. 8 laps, again, scheduled distance. All drivers will go to the show. Set for green. Off turn number 3 and 4. Green lights are on and we're underway. As they work down the back stretch, we are going to go back to caution. Yellow lights are on. We're going to try that start one more time. So far, with the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, 34 heat races so far this season. Frank Sibley leads all drivers with 4. Eric Nyer, Tyler Stevenson have 3. Camden Cook, Logan Brown, Gavin Isley, Shane Pecor, Paul DeRutter, Brady Howard, and Richard Murtaugh have 2. Taylor Dockstader, Tyler Corcoran, Donovan Lucier, Trevor Gibbons, Justin Gadbaugh, Greg Brinklow, Ryan Shanahan, Stevie Roberts, Owen Nyron, Bobby Harrington each have a heat win here at Can-Am this season. Heat race number 35 on the year for this division in 2025. As we're ready to go, Gage Howard on the pole alongside of Frank Sibley in the 92. Frank trying to get his 5th heat win of the year, but tough field as the green lights are on and we're underway. And Sibley jumps in front. Eric Nyer climbs up on the back bumper of the 21 of Gage Howard. And that didn't work out for either driver as they get kicked back a couple of spots. In the meantime, Frank Sibley enjoying a couple of car length advantage over Trevor Gibbons in the 621. 18 of Gavin Isley right there with him. Gavin, recently crowned Dirt Car Sportsman Central Series champion, as he'll bring it across the line for lap number 1. Sibley out in front, Isley right there in his tire tracks, closing in off of turn number 2. Trevor Gibbons still 3rd as Eric Nyer gets by the 5 of Steve Roberts to take over the 4 spot. Roberts back to 5th, the 1 of Jack Meeks holds on to spot number 6 with Marco McCarthy in 7th. Gage Howard completes it in 8th. Down to the line, top 3 breakaway right now at the front of the field with 2 laps complete in a scheduled 8-lap heat race as Frank Sibley continues to show the way over Isley down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4 goes the top 2 drivers. Isley working the mid portion of the racetrack. Sibley right there with him on the inside lane as they cross the line for lap number 3. Isley's going to take a look on the outside lane through turn number 1 and 2. Sibley's going to keep the bottom, but Gavin Isley rolls the middle portion of the racetrack and grabs the lead quite handily out there as Isley takes over the point into turn number 3 and 4. Sibley right there with him, though, not going away as they cross the line. Lap number 4 goes up on the leaderboard. 4 down and 4 to go for Gavin Isley. Frank Sibley still second. I've been very impressed with Trevor Gibbons here lately, holding on to spot number 3 in the 6:21. 34 of Eric Nyer, 5 of Stevie Roberts occupies the 5 spot. 6 is Jack Meeks, 7th is Marco McCarthy, and Gage Howard in 8th. Down to the line, lap number 5. 3 to go for Gavin Isley. 2 wins on the season this season. Gotta wait here at Can-Am. Back on June the 6th, also got a Dirt Car Sportsman Central Series win at the Weed Sports Speedway earlier this year. Was the point leader at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, but had to give that up to go chase the Dirt Car Sportsman Central Regional points. And it worked out pretty good for him as he got the championship, which means extra bonus points for Isley as he continues his pursuit of that Dirt Car Sportsman Series championship this year. White flag in the air for Isley as he'll bring it across the line, about an 8-car length lead over Frank Sibley, who sits back there in the 2 spot. Third is still Trevor Gibbons, the 6:21. 34 of Eric Nyer back to the 4 spot. You got to go back about a straightaway to Jack Meeks in 5th. Stevie Roberts, Marco McCarthy, and Gage Howard complete your field. Checkered flag is in the air, and the win. Dominant performance for Gavin Isley. He'll collect the win in heat race number 1. Isley gets his 3rd of the year. Second will be Frank Sibley at the line for 3rd. Trevor Gibbons will get it. Eric Nyer comes home 4th. Jack Meeks, Steve Roberts, Marco McCarthy, and Gage Howard. So that will do it. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman is complete, and Gavin Isley gets it into victory lane here tonight. Heat race number 2 is going to look like this. Greg Henry in the number 2 goes from the pole out of Clayton alongside of the Fox 28 Tyler Stevenson from Watertown. Row number 2 Paul DeRutter in the 1D from Inlet. 52 Jessica Power from Kingston. Row 3 Carthage, New York's Keegan Nyer 34K. 44 Taylor Dockstader out of Philadelphia. Final row Dustin Hutton out of Central Square, and Napanee, Ontario's Chris Hale in the 79. Gotta wish Chris's dad, Greg Hale, who won the Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club feature, the 50s and 60s class, about a month ago. Greg celebrated a birthday recently, so a happy birthday going out, a belated one at that, to Greg Hale. He turned 22. How about that? A young dad, but gonna watch his son try to come from the back of the field and do something in this heat race, but Greg Henry in the number 2 will go from the pole. Tyler Stevenson looking to get back to victory lane. Since June 13th, we're underway. Henry to the bottom. Stevenson rolls the top side and rolls it really good. Up off the turn, he'll grab the lead over Greg Henry. Paul DeRutter battling with the 52 of Jessica Power for position number 3. Power will get by on the high lane. DeRutter was last week's runner-up in that 1D, led the opening 15 laps of the 20-lapper 1 week ago, and he's got the 4 spot at the moment as they click off lap number 1. Tyler Stevenson in control. 3 heat wins this season. He could tie Frank Sibley for the most heat wins this year. Greg Henry, Jessica Power going to have something to say about it, though, as Henry holds on to 2nd. Power's closing in from position number 3. Paul DeRutter still there for 4th. Keegan Nyer completes the top 5 as they work it down across the line at lap number 2. 2 down, 6 more to go. Tyler Stevenson looking to put another heat win in the record books. Greg Henry gets a little out of shape off of corner number 2. That's going to open the door for Power to close the gap down the back straightaway. Jessica looking at the back of Greg Henry through turn number 3 and 4. Paul DeRutter right there in her tire tracks as they cross the line one more time. 3 down, 5 to go. Great battle from 2nd on back. Tyler Stevenson is missing a heck of a show for the 2 spot right now. And right now, Greg Henry's missing a good battle for 3rd as Jessica Power and Paul DeRutter down on that inside lane, but was able to get away. In the meantime, Taylor Dockstader looking to take 5th away from Keegan Nyer. Nyer will have no part of that. He'll drive back around the 44 Dockstader up off the turn, but Taylor fights back on the inside lane, and he'll retake the 5 spot as they go to turn number 1 and 2. A couple of drivers going at it here for position number 5. Dockstader and Keegan Nyer at it, and Dockstader will win the battle down the back straightaway. In the meantime, though, Tyler Stevenson enjoying a comfortable advantage, about 10 car lengths or so. Greg Henry doing a really good job in the Thurston family-owned number 2 ride, holding on to 2nd as he working lap number 5 in this 8-lap contest. 2nd of 3 on the night for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Taylor Dockstader trying to battle with the 1 of Paul DeRutter down the back straightaway for position number 4 with Keegan Nyer right there with him. 2 to go, this time by for Tyler Stevenson. Eyes his 4th heat win of 2025. The 2 of Greg Henry still there for position number 2. Then Jessica Power right there in his tire tracks in 3rd. Taylor Dockstader, Paul DeRutter, Keegan Nyer, Dustin Hutton, and Chris Hale complete the field. White flag in the air for Tyler Stevenson. Trying to get his 4th heat win of the year. Got a feature win back on June the 13th. Down the back straightaway, no pressure from behind. A straightaway back to Greg Henry in 2nd rather. Checkered in the air and no contest. It is going to be Tyler Stevenson with the victory. 2nd will go to Greg Henry. Jessica Power will cross in 3rd. Taylor Dockstader, Keegan Nyer, Paul DeRutter, Dustin Hutton, and Chris Hale. So Tyler, Frank Sibley, number 92, with the most heat wins on the year. Eight laps is the distance for heat race number 3, and we'll give you the starting lineup. Brady Howard on the pole in the 54 for the 18 of Justin Gadbaugh. Row number 2, Owen Nyer in the 17, the 9 of Logan Brown. Jonathan Murphy in the 62, 33 of Richard Murtaugh. Josh Riome coming back after a few weeks away in car number 91. Josh with a feature win with us this season back on May the 16th. So the recent firefighter will go from spot number 7 on this start. Off of turn number 4, green lights are on and we are underway. And Brady Howard jumps to the point. Owen Nyer right there with him. Justin Gadbaugh, Richard Murtaugh, they're all knotted up in a battle for the race lead, but it is Brady Howard out in control of the field. 2 heat wins already this season for Brady Howard after making the jump from the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman class. He leads the way. Justin Gadbaugh looking to go the long way around as they click off lap number 1. Virtually even at the front straightaway, and it is Brady Howard in control by a half a car length. Justin Gadbaugh right there with him on the outside lane. Owen Nyer right there as well. 3-car battle up front for the race lead. Richard Murtaugh trying to get into the battle as well. He had some struggles a week ago. Rear end problem sidelined him for the night. Shook up the points just a little bit as they work in lap number 2 of this 8-lap heat event. Brady Howard has the lead, but Justin Gadbaugh is one of the only drivers that have been able to see make that outside lane work, and he is making it work to perfection right now, holding on to that outside lane alongside of Brady Howard as they go to turn 3 and 4. Howard, a little out of shape up off the turn, opens the door for Gadbaugh to get through, and Justin Gadbaugh to the point as Owen Nyer sneaks through on the bottom. He'll clear the 54 of Brady Howard, and now he'll go after Gadbaugh for the lead as they work down the back straightaway. Good 3-car battle for the top spot. Josh Riome started 7th. He's now up into spot number 4 and looking for another one here as they go to turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. Lap number 4 on the leaderboard, halfway home. Owen Nyer, Justin Gadbaugh, your top 2. Josh Riome battling with Brady Howard. He catches an implement tire, pulls a wheelie. He'll try to get by Brady Howard this time into turn number 3 and 4. Riome drives it deep into the corner, slides right by the 54 of Howard to move up a spot. Now he'll go after Gadbaugh for the runner-up position as they click off lap number 5. Owen Nyer in control, looking for his 2nd heat win of the season. The last time Owen Nyer won a heat race with us all the way back to May the 2nd, and Josh Riome continues to pass race cars. He started 7th, now he's alongside Gadbaugh for the 2 spot. He'll pick up that position as they work in turn number 3 and 4 with 2 laps left to go. 2 more remain. Owen Nyer steady and smooth on that inside lane, but Josh Riome is making a late race charge here. Just got around Gadbaugh for the runner-up position. Brady Howard in a battle with Richard Murtaugh for the 4 spot. Howard has it. Murtaugh wants to take it away with Logan Brown and Jonathan Murphy completing it. White flag in the air for Owen Nyer. 6-car length advantage over Riome as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Justin Gadbaugh still there in spot number 3. Richard Murtaugh in a battle with Brady Howard for the 4 spot rather. Murtaugh down low. He'll get the position down the back straightaway, but in the meantime, it's been since May 2nd of this year, but Owen Nyer is going to break the drought and grab the win in heat race number 3 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Second will be the 91 of Josh Riome, Justin Gadbaugh, Richard Murtaugh, Brady Howard, Logan Brown, and Jonathan Murphy. That will do it. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars ready to go next for their one and only heat race tonight on Sundance Leisure Night. Again, those of you participating in the Power Wheels race on the go-kart track, be sure you are ready directly after this heat race comes up. Once it is up, be ready to head down behind the main grandstands for the Power Wheels feature race. We'll give you the starting lineup for this one as they roll trackside. And it is going to be Colby Hibbard on the pole, the 28 with the 19 of Colin Botter, row number 2, OJ White in the 94, 3R David Rasmussen. Then a pair of 22s in row number 3, 22 Tony Frezzo, 22J. Winner of the last 2 features in a row, that's Jared Gilson. Francis White in the number 60 will complete it. Field being told to double up. Corey Valade, of course, not here, chasing a big paying event here this weekend, so we wish Corey Valade all the best. Set for green next time by. White flag will be displayed. And by virtue of that weight violation by Corey Valade, it put him 2 points behind Tony Frezzo in the chase for the track championship. So Frezzo is your current point leader coming into tonight. Will start 5th in this heat race. Winner of the last 2 nights, Jared Gilson, will roll from spot number 6. And welcoming back 2023 champion Francis White. Green lights are back on and we're underway. Rasmussen not able to get the car going on that start. He loses a bunch of spots. In the meantime, Colin Botter's got the lead, but Tony Frezzo drives right by him on the back straightaway. He'll grab the top spot as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Colin Botter, Jared Gilson already up into spot number 3. Gilson has been doing a lot of winning here in the last couple of weeks and looking to do it one more time as they cross the line for lap number 1. One down, Tony Frezzo in command of the field as they work it through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Tony Frezzo, 5 heat wins so far this season. Looking to add another one. He's got 2 feature wins to go along with his successful year. Picked that last one up on July 11th as he crosses the line with the lead. But Jared Gilson has had a fast race car the last couple of weeks out here, holding on to second. Colin Botter having a good run as well, holding on to spot number 3. Francis White has jumped into 4th. OJ White completes the top 5. With Colby Hibbard and David Rasmussen completing the rest of the field. Down to the line, 3 down, 3 more to go. We're halfway home. Tony Frezzo looking to add heat win number 6 on the year. But Jared Gilson, who I mentioned was fast the last couple of nights out, has got a tough customer right there with him with Francis White, as White pulling up on the back bumper of Gilson into turn number 3 and 4. So move Francis White to second. Jared Gilson gets kicked back to third. Colin Botter, OJ White the top 5 as they work it across the line with 2 to go. 2 laps remaining, and Tony Frezzo trying to take home yet another heat win, but Francis White is doing everything he can to run him down, and also in the process trying to hold off Jared Gilson as Colin Botter, OJ White, Colby Hibbard, and David Rasmussen complete the running order. White flag is in the air. Final time for Tony Frezzo down the front straightaway. 5-car length advantage over Francis White as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Jared Gilson still third. Top three have pulled away from Colin Botter by about 4 car lengths as they go to turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Final time, your points leader, Tony Frezzo, 2021 track champion. At 5 heat wins coming into tonight, he's going to make it 6 and take over the lead in that category. Tony Frezzo gets the victory. Francis White will cross in second, Jared Gilson third, Colin Botter, O.J. White battle on for position number 6. It's going to go to David Rasmussen with Colby Hibbert completing the rest of your field. So that does it